McDonald's Playland, and his kids were in there and he couldn't get them out, and so he crawled in and got them out, and then the kids like got mad at him because he said you pay $1 to have a second grader do it. How many of you have heard the stories about when he was wooing Lori, his wife, and he went to her kindergarten class and brought science experiments with freezing things with liquid nitrogen and then exploding a rose, and the girl starts to cry, and a shard goes by. This kid goes, "It went by my eye!" And he burst a balloon on his hand and got like frozen latex stabbed into his hands and stuff like that. And Lori still married him. Maybe you've heard the story of when we got to do the national anthem for the Rockies. We got to meet the pitcher Jeff Francis, and Ben went up to shake his hand, and somehow, accidentally, they misfired, and he did the matronly, wimpy handshake. Or you've heard the story of...
And then Jeff Francis says, "You're one of the singers, aren't you?"
Oh!
Good. I don't know about this chick.
Maybe you heard the story of Tor riding his bike, flying into traffic because he hadn't figured out the brakes yet, and Ben running as fast as he could to catch up to him, and they just installed the odometer, no, the speedometer, and Tor said, "Dad, you just ran however many miles per hour, 11 miles per hour." He comes back and says, that puts him on the same speed as a chicken and a squirrel. Then you've heard him tell the story of trying to convince his daughter that at the barber shop there's nothing to be afraid of. They're just cutting hair. It's not that big a deal. See, I'll show you. He sits down in the chair, and they start to run the comb through the chair. Well, you happen to have some, like, I don't know, past cut or scab, and so blood starts coming down his face. And his daughter Anna's like,
"Who's next?"
If nothing else, he's imparted wisdom on all of us through this. He would frequently say, parenting is you will do irreparable harm to your children's parents, and you move on. But there happens to be one story. There happens to be a few stories that we're going to share tonight that I know you haven't heard. And this one goes back to our early days when our first rehearsal space was this really nice Seventh-day Adventist church in Boulder that let us use the place for free, and all we had to do is sing. We've had some of their church services from time to time, and it was great. Well, this church, they actually had bats in their belfry. They really did, real bats in the belfry, and sometimes through whatever the vents or whatever, they would get into the chapel, and we were rehearsing, and there was a bat flying around. And ultimately, we somehow tried to trap the bat, get it outside. But Ben, it's like dive bombing us sometimes. And Ben says, "It has echolocation, it can't hit me. I'm just going to stand and make myself look as big as possible. I am not afraid of the flying bat. And even if it's coming right at me, I'm going to stand strong because it's going to swerve and it flies right at me." He goes, "Ah!"
Try it.
That's just a teaser. There's more where those stories came from. So, this is the chair. Get comfortable. Now, let's do another song. So, this night we're going to feature Forrest, normally our bass, of course, singing "Feeling Good." But this one is Ben with his favorite song he likes to sing bass on.